welcome to the end of season 2. It's Miss Talkers.
Hello,
everybody.
Yeah, Miss Talkers. I'm sorry, my light is all over the place. I've drank a lot of caffeine.
We did it.
Yeah,
we
green
survived.
tea has caffeine in it, kids.
Yeah,
Did you know?
turns out, did you
Right.
know? It also has, this one has lemon flavor and ginseng.
Oh.
Oh, well, that seems lovely. It's probably the caffeine, though. Or the ginseng, making your mind sharp.
Oh, snap. It's the ginseng.
Welcome to the second D&D community today. But
Yay.
hello, everybody.
Hi.
We had our finale last week at GameholeCon on Halloween. It was really fun and exciting. You should go watch it on YouTube if you missed it. But tonight, you are tuning into Mist Talkers, which is our end of season wrap-up, Q&A, try to squeeze spoilers out of TK and find out if our characters are going to die session.
Yay.
We did a Miss Talkers after season 1 as part of the Uncaged volume 1, I think, charity stream, and it was really fun. So we wanted to make it a fun season tradition. This session we are doing to support Extra Life. Extra Life is this great organization that connects gamers with Children's Miracle Network hospitals, and folks all around the U.S., honestly all around the world, play games like Dungeons & Dragons and various other tabletop and video games to raise money for their local Children's Miracle Network hospital. We are helping to support money for TK's local hospital, which we're excited to do. Moobot's got our donation link in the chat, and we will probably mention that a whole bunch of times during the Q&A. But as always, we have some awesome giveaways throughout the stream to encourage y'all to come hang out with us and get some donations going. I have no idea what the chat code is, TK.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's ! Secrets. I should have told you. I only told the mods because I forgot.
Because it's
to be honest.
secrets.
It's secret.
Because it's
Yes.
a theme. It's fun.
Yes.
Yes, that's why.
That's
Yes,
why.
that is why.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's
We're
not
giving away a whole bunch of different stuff, including our Mistwalker survival kits that we give away every episode. That includes some fun postcards illustrated by Kayla, matchbook menagerie matches so you can summon a revolution in your neighborhood, a pin of Mercy's gauntlet with red lightning. It's a shame she's not friends with Vasily anymore. And then also a Tales from the Mist D6. Lots of fun Mistwalkers or Mist-Talkers swag. In addition to that, we've got a bunch of fun giveaway things from our friends at Master Monk Gaming. They sent us some prototypes of these new dice boxes they're working on, which
so
you can
cool.
see. Yeah, you can see your dice on the top.
Beautiful.
The wood is really pretty.
Genius.
I can't tell if you can see like how shiny it is. But this specific box, including these fun sparkly purple dice, will be going to one lucky winner. You can't buy these yet. You will be able to soon, so it's like a fun preview. And they also, in addition to dice boxes and trays and towers, they make really cool pens, like wood-turned pens. So we have 3 fun wood and like rainbow colored ones. The ones TK is holding up, we've got 3 different ones of those to give away. And they also make custom pens. So Kayla was holding one that they made for all of the Mistwalkers, all matchy-matchy. Super fun. I am
these
so
are the
unprepared
ones.
and do not know what else is on our giveaway list, if I'm being honest.
I do know.
Hooray, it's teamwork.
I believe there is a Misfits OG
Yes.
shirt in medium.
Yeah. Do I have a picture of that? I don't. Fun. Okay, well, Kayla designed it, and if you go to mistwalkers.threadless.com, you can see the design of the shirt, which has like this really cool stylized raven skull, and it says Misfits. So anyone can purchase that on our Threadless shop. However, we created a special limited edition run just for us and our friends, which is kind of a different sort of like fun, like loose-fitting women's cut. And on the back has a list of domains on it. Why those specific domains are on there, who knows? I don't know. But one...
I know. Oh.
Well, only TK knows secrets. And maybe if you're watching Mist Talkers, you'll know. But one lucky winner can choose to get that prize. So lots of fun things. Tune in, recruit all your friends to come hang out and chat and help you win prizes too. Goodness. I feel like we'll probably talk a little more about Extra Life throughout our Mist Talkers chit chat. But for now, I think we should get to secrets. I pass it to Ashley.
Oh, yay. I catch it, accept it,
Oh.
absorb it.
Oh, okay, that's weird.
I mean, it's on theme. Okay. All right.
I ingest it.
Yeah, I drink it out of a little vial.
Consume it.
Yeah, and it turns me into a weird lich or werejackal. Those things happen on our show. Other things that happen on our show are things that you have asked us questions about. So I will be leading our discussion tonight. We have collected some questions from folks on Twitter and in our Discord channel. I see that some people are asking questions actually in the chat right now, so we'll try to get to some of those too. But we're gonna do this kind of round robin style. So let's start with some group questions. Is everyone ready?
I am prepared.
Yay. Okay.
My body's ready.
As is mine, because I just drank a bunch of weird juice. And like the
Like lich juice?
Yeah, like lich juice. Or let's say Vasily's bean juice, okay?
As Vargas calls it, daddy juice.
Okay,
Nope.
yeah.
Yeah, I drank the daddy juice.
Oh no. Okay, well. And
Now.
as you might have noticed, Hadil is not joining us tonight. We did get a few questions about Vargas, but we'll hold off on those until Hadil is able to join us for a future episode. All right. So for the group, what is your favorite aesthetic moment in this season? And I'm gonna kind of go around based off of how people are positioned on my screen.
Oh, no.
No?
Wait, am I first?
You don't have to be. I can go the other way.
I panic as a free action, even though I think Kayla sent these ahead of time. I'm sorry I didn't read them.
It's okay. We're just here to have a nice chat.
Just copy pasted them so I can look at them.
How about I start with TK? Would you like to share your thought on this?
Okay. I'm not super sure about what an aesthetic moment is, but I will say my favorite moment of this season was very self-indulgent, and it was Mercy alone in the crow's nest, surrounded by fog and that light rain, and then suddenly just the looming shadow of that other ship coming in and careening into the side. That 100% my favorite moment of the season.
Yeah, that's kind of how I was thinking of aesthetic, is like a cool, like, I guess, visual moment almost.
Yeah, that's like totally Tales from the Mists.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. How about you, Kayla?
I don't know. I feel like, I don't know if this counts as an aesthetic moment, but I feel like when it does now, when we learned more about, like, when we found out about Sybil's like growth head craziness, like I think about that a lot, like that, just that whole character and the reveals within that character. I really enjoyed that personally.
I have two answers. I feel self-conscious that I didn't have an answer, so now I'm trying to overachieve. One was when Kayla just like chugged the lich juice, and TK was like, okay, I'm gonna put my notes away now, and then proceeded to describe like this really intense scene of what happened to Vasily and how her like body ripped apart and tentacles came out and like squeezed an aboleth. That was really cool. And then the other moment I really liked was when Opal animated Dead, and how they described like whispering in the corpse's ear and like a little wisp. Yeah, that was really cool.
Yeah. Kill your brothers. Oh, that was such a good point.
Yeah. What about you, Ashley?
Oh, Definitely, yeah, when Vasily drank the lich juice, just that whole visual of all that happening underwater, I thought was very cinematic. And the fact that TK like just mostly riffed all that was pretty amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I totally like blacked out. Then I came back to and I was like, did I do it? Was it spooky?
Was it spooky? Did I do it?
Yeah.
The daddy juice.
It was very spooky and atmospheric and cinematic, and it was just like kind of a pivotal moment in the season. So yeah, definitely up there. If you had to play, this is the next question. If you had to play Tales from the Mist in another system, another game system, what would it be? There's a follow-up to this, and why would it just be Monster Hearts? But I don't think that shouldn't affect your answer. The question asker's bias is definitely coming through there. Lisa, would you like to be the first to answer this one?
Yeah,
this time?
I feel like the system Vampire the Masquerade feels very like Ravenlofty and has similar flavor, even though I don't think, I mean, obviously all of us aren't vampires unless there's going to be some really cool season 3 reveals. Watching TK's face as I say that. But not like, but we can apply our own flavor to any system. So I actually think Dungeon World would be an interesting one, because in that one you progress based on your failures. And I keep accidentally looking at Kayla while I say this, but I guess we
Nobody
tend
knew
to.
until you said it.
Yeah.
But I just feel like we all make a lot of mistakes, all of us, not just one of us. This is uncomfortable now. Please move on to the next person.
Kayla, what game system do you think would be a good fit for our show?
I feel like the only other system that I've played lately was the Star Trek one from Modifius, and I feel like that might be interesting because when you do fail in that game, there's always like complications to your failures and things like that. So again, my mind also goes to things that would make it fun when you failed, or like more just different things. There's also like a nice stress system, and the battle system's very interesting. I think it would be like good for heavy drama, cinematic kind of interactions. So I think that would be fun. And also, I just thought about all of us on Star Trek, and I like that. I would want to be a Klingon. So just so you know.
We'll allow it.
Thank you.
What about you, TK?
It's funny that Lisa mentioned Vampire the Masquerade, because that was actually the first thing that I had ever GM'd. Like I only started DMing for Dungeons and Dragons not this past January, but the January before. I've got almost 2 years of DMing under my belt now. And before then, I did a lot of like World of Darkness. Because I just like the narrative style, and I hate learning mechanics because I'm lazy. But I think if I were DMing or GMing, I would say the Alien one,
Cool.
with some small tweaks. But if I were not DMing, it would be for the Queen, because I love romance. I love romance and finding out why we all love each other.
Yeah. I definitely thought of Vampire the Masquerade just because I feel like the kind of stories that are told with that game seem to be kind of, they have that like kind of dark moody atmosphere. I've also been learning a lot about Call of Cthulhu, which I have been really enjoying. And I feel like our kind of gothic horror flavor would fit well into that, which is
I can't believe I didn't say Call of Cthulhu.
Sorry.
It's okay. Okay, top three.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay. Next question. Who looks forward to the next domain, and what domain would the cast like to visit most? So there's a 2-part question. Lisa, would you like to kick off this?
Yeah,
question?
So I don't really know anything about the domain that we're going to, aside from, I guess it's got a very like desert sort of feel to it. So I'm looking forward to learning about it a lot. Like Harmonia, I didn't know a lot about it going in, so it was really cool learning, and then also trying to guess who the Dark Lord is and whether we met them. Oh my god, my cat is knocking. Oh heck. Okay, go to the next person. There's coffee all over my desk.
Lucy, why?
We'll go back to Lisa if she has any more thoughts. Kayla, what about you?
The one that I was most looking forward to is Lamortia, because I knew that had a lot to do with Mercy and Vasili's characters. So I guess out of what's left, I am excited to get to Barovia so we can murder Strahd and then do Weekend at Strahd's.
Yeah.
That's my answer.
All right. What about you, TK?
I am looking forward to the next domain. Harakir, I feel like wasn't really done a lot of justice in the classic stories compared to the other two I ran. It is a 32-page adventure as opposed to like 60 to 90 pages.
Oh wow.
From the other classic ones. So it's very much like dynastic Egyptian and stuff like that, but I don't think that it's actually as dynastic Egyptian as it thinks it is, because the way that the story is done, it's very much like The Mummy, like the movie The Mummy, where everything is kind of more from like a Victorian point of view than it is from like an actual dynastic Egyptian point of view. So I'm going to lean on that. I'm going to lean on a lot more of how Egypt can blend together with both dynastic and a lot of the Muslim influence. So instead of it just being like, for some reason, when you're going there, it's like ruins of pyramids and things like that. And I'm like, well, if the Harakiri are on top of their game, there's no reason there should be pyramids because Napoleon hasn't been here yet. So you're going to see like huge spires and beautiful like monuments and lapis lazuli as far as the eye can see. It's going to be very exciting. I'm changing a lot about Harakir. Of all the domains that you're going to be visiting, this is not a human dominated one, so I'm very excited about that.
Cool.
The next one that I'm excited to visit will be Sauron, the swampy sort of Louisiana bayou domain.
Oh, I thought it was Serene.
Yeah, I was also about to say that one, and I was going to say I don't know how to pronounce it. Like, is it Souranier or?
I thought it was Serene.
Yeah, Lindy wrote it in the Laugh Love. Lindy wrote it in the chat.
Yeah, like that's how it's spelled. But then I was like, is it French?
Is it French,
I thought it was
or is it like
Surania?
Creole or
Surania? Is that what it is? Is it? I don't know.
It's not Sauron. You said it like Sauron. I was like, are we going to
Mordor?
Yeah,
we're going to Mordor. That's what we're doing.
No, I'm excited for that one too. I really like, I want to see what you do with that one. And it's a swamp.
Right.
It's rule.
We're going to change a lot.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
and it needs it.
I feel like
It's
Mercy
pronounced
will hate that. Oh my God,
yeah.
Lauren, it's pronounced GIF.
Yeah. See, what I am doing is steadily introducing humidity.
Mercy's hair probably frizzes.
Oh my gosh.
I just die.
Fun fact, when Kayla and I were talking about Mercy and Pentar for the other game that we were on in this channel, we talked about Pentar potentially being from Surania.
Yeah, I think she knew she was. She was from
Surania.
there.
Yeah.
Or she was
Surania.
like captured there, I think, because her backstory was that she was like captured and held hostage, and it was in that domain.
Are there any domains you're looking forward to, Ashley?
Well, everything TK said about our next season makes me very excited because I love like Egyptian settings, and I'm excited for how our show will approach that. And plus, like, my inspiration for the next season for Constantina is Rachel Weisz's character in The Mummy, like just her whole aesthetic. And in part because to me, that's how Constantina has always looked in my head a little bit, just with like just her hair and her general demeanor. So I'm like totally doubling down on all of that. And The Mummy is my favorite movie. So I'm very excited for this whole aesthetic. So that I think that'll be fun. I'm excited about how that'll tie into the like our version of Avernus and whatnot. So
I'm very excited to leak more about that, but I won't.
I'm very excited to play Wild Wild West in D&D.
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
That's what all of our big words are.
Goodness gracious. We just got, we've had $100 donated over the 20 minutes that we've started.
What?
Wow.
Are there names attached to the donations that we can thank?
Let's
see.
I believe one is Seb's.
Yay, thank you, Seb.
Thank you.
Oh, and one of them was at my table.
What?
Yeah.
Aww.
One of them was at my table, played Volcanic.
Is that at
my fire nail.
Rastafan?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
played
Thank
Volcanic.
you.
So that is 3 spoilers for season 3.
Yay.
Are you okay if I just interject those in?
Yeah.
Before you, or as you pull up the spoilers, this is a great opportunity to remind everyone that we are doing our Miss Talker stream to support Extra Life. So thank you, folks, for donating. Jack will help get the link for donating up in the chat. I think you should donate because then you'll get more spoilers out of TK. But if you didn't want to donate, you can go to donate to our page and needed even more incentive. I would go to dnd.wizards.com/extralife. It lists the other streams and a link to where you can get like cool D&D t-shirts, including the one I just put on the screen that is glow in the dark. It glows in the dark. It's got a little dicey boy with a halo, the Extra Life D20, and then it's got Slobber Chops, who's like a buff macho Tressum, and then Lulu, the Holly Font, who's a good friend. Glow in the dark shirt, a bunch of other shirt designs. Find the link at dnd.wizards.com/extralife. Proceeds support kids in hospitals. Or donate to our page, also supports kids in hospitals and gets you spoilers. Yeah, which TK has.
It's true, I do. One of them, the first spoiler that I'll go ahead and do, is a confirmation of what I've been hinting at. Yes, Vasily's phylactery powers will continue to grow and continue to provide her children with more and more power as long as she has it. So I know that's something I've confirmed to the cast, but it is not something I confirmed to the audience. Yes, as long as she has the phylactery inside of her, her children will continue to get stronger, including 6.
Good.
Oh, I like 6.
Yeah, it's very exciting. The second spoiler that I'll do is we will for sure see the last of her 2 children, which are number 2 and number 4, within the first 4 episodes of season 3. They will be replacing 2 Descent into Avernus characters.
Ooh.
Will we like them? Will they be friends?
Maybe one of them, right?
I mean, that's a different type of spoiler. I will say someone will like them.
Do you count?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
No, they are friendly. I do have a chart that Kayla and I share that lists which of her children are hostile and which ones are not. You have met all of the hostile children, which is, I guess, kind of a
Good for us.
Yeah, I guess that's
We
all
did
of the
it.
spoilers, but whatever. Oh, and the third spoiler is neither Lulu nor Azariel will appear in season 3. They're kind of busy elsewhere in Avernus. However, there may be an appearance by a prominent demon prince.
What? We all got really quiet. We don't know that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So there you go. Technically 4 spoilers, but I'll let it ride.
Yeah. And I think the lovely human being who donated for those 3 spoilers, it's their birthday. So happy birthday.
Happy birthday!
Oh my gosh, happy birthday!
I keep bumping my mic. I need to
Yeah.
stop using my hands.
Yeah. All right. Let's do more questions.
Alrighty. I think you all will enjoy this one very much. Which character throws the most shade and which one receives the most shade? Lisa, would you like to start?
I feel like it's for both of them. I don't know whether it's Vargas or Vasily. I feel like Vasily's. Can I pick Claudia? Claudia throws the most shade. But I think Vargas receives the most shade, and then just people are just mean to Vasily. Because shade, I feel like, is a little bit fun. I don't know. Maybe Vargas doesn't feel that way. He's not here to defend himself.
That's true. Kayla, what do you think?
I think Vargas throws the most, but Vasily receives the most. Because I feel like shade is just people being mean as well, or just being shitty. So I don't know. That would be my answer.
TK?
I see Jack put in Lady North.
Yeah. Good one.
She definitely throws a lot. I would say, see, typically shade is done with an intent to at least be a little entertaining or humorous. Otherwise it's just kind of being shitty. So I will say Vargas, because there's nobody who doesn't laugh when Vargas throws shade, and there's nobody who doesn't laugh when he receives it. So if you're getting shade and it's not funny, it's kind of like, well, okay. Well, that's just being a crappy person. So.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think Vargas gives and takes
Yeah.
shade.
Because you do have to be able to, like, receiving it and taking it, there has to be like a sense of humor involved. And I think Vargas is like one of those people who's like, really just pay attention to me because I'm here for it. Please give me all of your attention.
And I know Kayla said Vasily, but Vasily deals a fair amount of shade, especially toward Constantina, who takes it in stride, I think.
True.
Kind of just like, I'll accept it. But yeah, I would say that. Yeah, definitely Vargas seems to be the keeper.
Yeah. Of the entire group, Vargas is the only person who tried to push someone down a garbage chute for fun. And sold it to them as being for their own good.
Right.
He did not sell it to me.
Well, you didn't buy it, but
no.
he was trying really hard.
He workshopped it quite a lot.
It's like, you'll love it. It'll be great. Just sending you home.
All right. Next question for the group. Okay. This is a bit of a loaded question, and let me make sure I read this.
Okay.
I see this question.
I might have an idea of who submitted this question. So which one of us gets involved with an attractive monster? And then what roles do Mercy, Vasily, and Vargas have at the wedding party of the attractive monster and Constantina? Lisa, what would your role be at my wedding?
Mercy would be the maid of honor. Probably. She got like very excited about making Constantina all pretty. Or the flower girl.
Oh, cute. Both?
Yeah. Like she'd be like tossing petals, but then like stopping in the middle of the aisle and like arranging them in little lines and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Kayla?
Vasily would poison the punch, probably.
Oh my god, that isn't a role.
The wedding.
Yeah, well, and since Hadil's not here, I feel like Vargas would officiate.
Oh, that's fun. TK, what do you think maybe an NPC would be doing at this very romantic wedding of?
Oh my gosh, I guess it depends on what monster you hooked up with. Because it would probably be like someone, I mean, it's got to be somebody who like respects Vistani, obviously.
Can it be
Nikolai?
Ooh.
Mary Nikolai? Oh my gosh. Like, obviously Pandora's not invited. Sorry, Pandora.
Okay, so first, oh snap dad in chat said don't forget the sacrifices, which would definitely be Mercy's gift. But also because Kayla said Vasily would poison the punch, what would like our like sub-optimal, like not good roles at the wedding be? I feel like Mercy would be the person who interrupts when there are objections because she likes Constantina. And like Nikolai would be the person who Constantina runs away with and doesn't show up to the wedding for.
Gosh, that's really cute.
Oh yeah, you two would elope.
Ugh.
Yeah, and Vargas would like steal the wedding presents.
Yeah. He would go through all of them and like open them and
the
then like very
blender.
poorly rewrap them, and they're all just like have been very obviously rifled through.
Yeah.
Thanks for that question. I appreciate that is now Constantina's reputation. Okay, so we have a few questions specifically for TK/Auntie.
Oh my god. Sorry, someone donated $3.78, which thank you. But also, our total right now is 1,169.
Was it Hadil?
No, it was DK.
All right.
I love it.
Yeah, I guess I have to. We're obligated to death.
You know what?
Contractually obligated.
Yeah, okay. I'll go ahead and give a spoiler for that. Why not?
Yeah, the little one, right?
Mercy's family and heritage will be the focus of season 3.
Do you have hot parents?
Ooh, yeah.
Please don't do my parents.
Can't wait.
But if they're hot,
I know what my goal is this season.
Oh my god. Sorry,
Bad
DK,
dads.
the friend, said it was Canadian $5. It was entirely by accident that it affected the total.
That's
too late.
insane.
It's too late.
Thank you for your donation.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
All right, so here's a few questions for TK. Is there a possibility that past guests will make an appearance again, reprising their roles?
If the character that they are playing is necessary for the main storyline, I don't make a habit of playing guests as NPCs afterwards. It makes it kind of awkward. And also it's work, and you know how I hate that. So if there's a character, for example, it's unlikely we would see Thaddeus again, because Thaddeus no longer has spoiler alert. Thaddeus no longer has a vendetta against Vargas.
Oh, yeah.
So because of the outcome of the finale.
Right.
So it's unlikely we would see Thaddeus again. Now, somebody like Madame Shri.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a possibility.
Yay. I see Lindy expressing happiness with that.
It's okay, Jack. Noelle comes back in my fan fiction, so it's fine. I retconned it in my fan fiction.
Noelle was a really fun guest to play with.
DK, the friend, asked, does Thaddeus still eat people, though, like for fun?
So Thaddeus started eating people as a result of that fire, because he was trapped underneath all the rubble and had to survive for several days. But yeah, sure. Why not?
Cool.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I'm interrupting this creepy cackle to ask another question.
Sorry, I apologize.
How soon will we see Best Son again?
First episode of season 3.
I bet he is a big burb now.
Yeah,
a big
he's
burb.
different now.
Yes, he is very different now, and I have allowed, against my better judgment, Kayla to design him, but I did ask for something in exchange.
I can't even remember what it was. I was just like, yeah, take my soul.
Oh my God.
It's okay. It's already happened. You said you were okay with it.
I don't remember.
6 is free.
Oh yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
In the past.
Okay.
So now instead of
What?
so
What
now
the hell?
instead of
Whatever
now
she's
she
coming-
says.
Yeah, but
I
she's
say
coming
yes.
to kill me. Oh, okay.
Well, she's coming to
Cool.
kill the person that means the most to Vasily currently, but in the
Okay.
past.
What? Okay, sure. I'm confused.
I'm doing the
What?
math lady meme.
It's okay.
But yeah, whenever TK gives me an
Wait.
offer, I'm just like, yeah, let me have
But you
what I
never
want.
learn, and they always kick you
Wait.
in the butt.
The person Vasily cares the most about now,
Currently
but in the
past.
past. So it could be the doctor or like Mercy or Constantina, but in the past. Are we gonna fade like in Back to the Future?
Do you want to donate $30?
Yes.
Can someone donate $30, please? Please. Which is a good
Do an
time.
insight check.
Which is a good time for another Extra Life interlude. Please donate $30 so
Please.
that both you and I can find out spoilers for season 3 of Tales from the Mist. Every $30, TK will drop a spoiler for us. If for some reason you aren't interested in spoilers, very strange, there are many other ways you can donate to Extra Life and get cool stuff for yourself. I've thrown up on the screen the cover for Logatha Rising that you can get on DM's Guild. 70% of the proceeds go to support Extra Life. It's a super fun adventure where friendship is key. And it includes player options for being a Logatha, which is a good little fish boy who's huge. I mean, not huge, technically medium, but can you imagine like that like shape and at a medium size? That's very scary. Yeah. That's like a normal size sea lion next to this happy fish. So anyway, if you'd like to be a lumpy fish friend, get Logatha Rising and support 6 kids in hospitals with Extra Life.
Please donate $30 because we all can't do time math.
Please donate $30 so we don't have to do math. Let's see. L. Shant says, "Good evening, everyone. Did my question get asked or answered by chance? I'm just getting here."
I actually did not know people's names with their questions, so what?
So we don't know, but was it for someone specific or was it for the whole cast? But in the meantime, I guess we can continue on with our questions.
All right, next one for TK. Some of these questions I feel like are a little leading. Will there be anyone to save Vasily from certain bad actions that lead to bad consequences? Parenthesis, specifically that will further alienate her from her friends?
I gave that one to you because it says, will there be anyone? And I don't know. You're the one who knows that.
The only person who can do this is Kayla.
The answer's no. I can't control the decisions made in character.
By the person that you invented.
Yeah. The person that I've invented. She's out of control. She has a lot
out of control.
Mm-mm.
I see where 6 gets it from.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. One more question for TK. Who else has a Dark Lord for a dad?
No one has a Dark Lord as a biological father.
I don't like that answer.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh, were you adopted?
Oh, no.
Snap, or
Okay.
all the characters are adopted.
Anyway, there are a few questions specifically for and about NPCs that I think I'm just going to ask TK as well. Question for Six and Nico. What are your relationships with your other siblings like?
I feel like I can answer that without it being. I feel like I can answer that without it being spoilery. 6 is the youngest, but clearly in control. Like, you know how there's always in a group of siblings, there's like the mom/dad sibling. Mm-hmm. That is 6. 6 has advanced psionic powers, can open up the what do you call it?
The hive mind.
Hive mind. And can control some of her weaker-willed siblings. Nico means well. But is clearly the least favorite sibling out of the group.
Yeah, fun. So on that note, is Nicodemus a wizard or a ranger? If he doesn't have a class, what class would he be?
He is a wizard.
Yeah, we used wizard when he battled.
He's a little wizard apprentice. He's a little wizard boy.
He wants to be like his mom.
A little scientist. Science boy.
He's a little science boy.
Nico's powers include bird-shaped / adjacent.
Yeah, bird adjacent. Yeah.
Yeah. If he were a sidekick, I would put him in like the mage category for sidekick when it came to level him up.
Got it. All right. So now we have a couple questions for Mercy.
It's me.
So this question asked, I'd like to ask Mercy what she thinks about the Eternal Order now, based on all the people she has met in her journeys, including Opal.
I think with Opal specifically, Mercy has a complicated relationship because Opal dumped her. But in general, I think Mercy is a relationship with the Eternal Order. It's like very deeply ingrained from how she was raised that undead are bad. They should not happen. And she needs to continue making sacrifices to death to prevent undead from rising. And so I think not being in that that household and in a culture that accepts that every day, Mercy has let herself not follow that as strictly. So when bad things happen to her and her friends, she feels an overwhelming sense of guilt.
Well, here's kind of it might be a related follow-up question, but what is Mercy's greatest loss?
I mean, Mercy has suffered a lot of losses and betrayals. So I guess that's like a long list, but the greatest, I think we revealed in season 2 that when she first visited Lamortia, she died and her body was reconstructed by Mordenheim. And so she doesn't really know who she is, if she's herself, if she's counts as undead, if she should be alive or dead, and whether she's an abomination based on the Eternal Order's beliefs. So she hasn't returned home for fear that her family would reject her. And so I think that's probably her greatest loss. And I think maybe her only tie to home has been her friendship with Vasily, and that's gone too. So that'd be a very, very close second. Sorry, my questions are downers.
No, I mean,
how tragic.
Well, that's a lot of, that's what gives Mercy a lot of her motivations and drives a lot of her choices. And I'm trying to think of like a fun thing to ask you before I transition to Kayla.
Sorry, before you jump into that, we did get another $30 or a $31 donation. Sorry to cut you off. And that means a new spoiler. Our heroes will enter season 3 in the midst of a civil war between the local Harakiri and summoned fiends that have been abandoned by their summoners.
Ooh, cool. For folks who don't know, if things are summoned in Ravenloft, because the mists trap everything in Ravenloft, you're not supposed to be able to escape. If you summon something, it doesn't go poof, it just stays and is pissed at you when it's supposed to disappear. So that's really cool. Thank you, Doug E. Fresh.
Yay. Cool.
I thought you were supposed to answer our time math. Did they have to donate more?
Did I say I was going to answer that?
Yeah, you said for $30.
Oh, yeah. God, I will answer it. Okay, yes, one character will begin to fade from the timeline.
What?
6 works to erase her by the end of season 3.
Who is it? Does Vasily like Constantina the most now? So Constantina will fade?
Kayla's just going to have to choose.
Is it herself? Because Vasily only cares about herself?
Actually, that's the one person that she hates the most.
Yeah, you're probably right.
She's the only one who's safe.
The only one that's safe.
Yeah, it will entirely depend on Vasily's actions throughout this season. I have already chosen, but if it's more interesting to choose the other person, then I will choose them.
Tight. Love it. Love to suffer.
I mean, you're not fading.
Yeah, so
technically you did this.
Vasily feels no consequences.
I actually feel the weight of all of the consequences of all my actions every day.
Okay,
yet you continue to make this.
Why am I being punished for liking somebody though?
Because I don't know. I'm just a bad
See?
person. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Lisa.
Okay, so before we dig deeper into Vasily's dysfunction, let's have another Extra Life interlude. So you could continue donating to our Extra Life page. Jack will throw the link up in the chat, but it's the Tales from the Mists fundraiser page as part of the D&D team. For every $30 that get donated, TK is dropping a spoiler, some of which we don't know, like that one. Great surprise. Awesome. We're disappearing. Fantastic. If for whatever reason you're not interested in spoilers, though, there are lots of other ways to donate and get cool stuff for you. On Dungeon Masters Guild, they just released a font called Infernal Script. It's the official Infernal font from Dungeons & Dragons. Hold on, cat swipe. Oh no, she got rid of the font on the screen. There it is. If you 70% of your $10 purchase goes to support Extra Life. You can use it for personal use. So if you want to make cool handouts for your Avernus campaign, you can get the font and do that. But it also includes a commercial license if you're publishing on Dungeon Masters Guild. So that's pretty cool. Commercial licenses for fonts can be really expensive, so $10 is a steal.
That is a steal.
Yeah. And if you go to dnd.wizards.com/extralife, all the different ways that you can donate to Extra Life with Dungeons & Dragons are there, so check it out.
I did want to ask one more Mercy question.
Oh, okay.
On a little bit of a lighter note, but what was your favorite Mercy outfit in this season?
Oh, Mercy outfits. Goodness, I really liked getting dressed up during the finale. That was really fun, especially how fancy it was. And I really liked when Constantina was saying, oh, no, this is like way too expensive. And Serena, as Claudia, said, oh, should I pick something worse? I really liked that.
So good.
Yeah. And I also liked getting to wear my Constantina spy outfit for the Matchbook Menagerie. I think I just listed. Oh, wait. And I had my cupcake dress. I think I just listed all my outfits. There you
That's
go.
fair.
All of them.
We'll allow it. There's lots of good outfits in this season. Okay, so we have some questions for Kayla. Starting with a question by El Shams, who's in our chat right now. So I asked on Twitter, it was about Vasily. Was she the doctor's child from the beginning of the story, or was it developed as the story went forward?
I'm going to have to remember exactly the timeline of this, but I remember Vasily started out at first as basically Pentar, because Lisa and I wanted to kind of play that dynamic still, but then she quickly kind of became her own thing, and she was a creature, like a creation. And then I feel like it was during season 1 that TK and I started talking in depth about the possibility of Mordenheim, and then I talked to Lisa because Lisa knows a lot about Mordenheim. So it wasn't exactly from the beginning, the very beginning, but it was close. I feel like that we decided it. I just remember us talking about it and being like, oh, wouldn't that be crazy if with Mordenheim and Mercy would be mad and blah 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 blah. Like it was a really fun discussion, like in a realization, and then we realized her name would be really cool because it would be Vasily Ava Mordenheim, which is a really cool name.
Yeah. I think I remember Kayla and TK came to me because Mordenheim's obviously like very entwined with Mercy's story, so I wanted to know how I felt about that, and I was like, yes. And I think initially it was like, is she like a fellow scientist or like an intern or something who studied under Mordenheim? But if you've played in my Adventurers League adventures that take place in Lamordia, and I think there's at least one person in the chat who has, I've changed a lot of the story of Lamordia, just so that there's more depth to more of the characters. And so Eva's a little different in that version. And so it kind of made sense for Vasily to sort of be that evolution.
Yeah, it follows like our version of Mordenheim and Ava, and that mythology follows Lisa's version. Rather than something you may be more familiar with, but that's why we also talked to her about it. But it just like, it works out really well since she was supposed to always be kind of a scientific creation, and then obviously she makes homunculi, so where would she learn that? Maybe in that book that Vargas stole from me, But yeah, so not totally from the beginning. It kind of developed a little organically, but I think it was better for it. Like we were able to really meld it very well.
Good question.
That's a good one.
Sorry, I'm interrupting again. We got $30 more.
Yay!
Wow.
Thank you.
That means another season 3 spoiler. And as a reminder, I am not doing story like big story changing stuff. Just fun tidbits for you to worry about for the next 3 or 4 months.
What if someone donates a hundo?
Then they get 3 regular ass spoilers. That's just how it is.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
This is another one from Stefan T, I think.
Yeah.
In
Oh my
the
gosh.
chat. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Yay.
Happy birthday again. It's like it's
Yay.
our birthday.
It is. Fun fact, this money is going to the children's hospital that my nephew spent a lot of his young life in. He has Down syndrome and he was a preemie and he had to be on like breathing machines and stuff for several weeks. So
It's special. Very
Also,
extra special.
one of my sisters just accepted a job there. So
Yay.
Yeah.
Nepotism.
So thanks for supporting the hospital.
I mean,
Okay.
Nepotism. A little bit of
Not at
nepotism.
all.
That's hard. That's not what that means.
I'm a professional writer, Ashley. I know what words I'm misusing.
I know what words are, Ashley. Jeez.
I know words. I know how to make the words go. Okay, so fun. Instead of a Mad Max aesthetic, as much as I love it, Descent into Avernus for our season 3 will take on more of a Weird West aesthetic.
Oh, yes.
So, as an
Yes,
additional
yes,
fun
yes,
thing
yes,
for
yes,
that,
yes, yes.
as his warlock powers wane, Vargas has changed classes to gunslinger.
What?
He's a cowboy.
What? I didn't know that. I knew he was
Town
going to
Road.
be a cowboy, though. Or I thought we were joking, but I guess not.
He is. And Hadil and I spent 8 hours last night singing
Old Town Road.
Old Town Road and Wild Wild West.
That's
Wild Wild
exciting.
West.
Because I was talking to Hadil and I was like, hey, what do you think about these things? And then also I was like, but hear me out. Instead of like the screenshot for Gunslinger, she was like, we going straight to the Wild West.
I
And
hate
we
both
just
of you.
screamed at each other.
To
The
the
Wild
Wild, Wild West. I'm
Oh, I'm
sorry.
so
Please
excited.
donate $30 to make us stop.
Yeah.
well,
We're
I
gonna
have-
ride till we can't no more. There you go.
I'm so happy.
All right. I'm sorry. Please continue.
I have a couple more questions for Vasily / Kayla. These are linked. If Vasily doesn't want Nicodemus, can I have him?
No.
No, that was not for me. That was for my question asker.
No, Vasily actually does not want to get rid of Nicodemus. I mean, she likes Nicodemus. I don't know. Everyone assumes that she hates things that she's mean to, but that's false. Silly perception of reality. No, she really likes Nicodemus. She's like, I mean, that's the most loyal child, I guess, probably. Out of all of them.
That's how love works.
Hey.
If Vasily's mean to you, it means she likes you.
Yeah. It's just
That's
like
so
a little,
healthy.
little negging, a little just picking on him. I don't know. You know, she likes Nicodemus and she would not give him to anybody or let anything happen to him. Don't use that against me.
Well, follow-up question. Vasily, why won't you give best son forehead smooches?
She doesn't give anyone smooches. She will never give anyone smooches ever again. So that's why.
That's
Oh.
pretty definitive.
I mean, that I don't know. I can't.
But
predict
if
the
you
future.
if you had to smooch someone, who would you choose?
If are we going like by current reality or my fan fiction where Constantina and Vasily live in a future bunker and are spy
Let's go
lesbians?
by current reality.
Um,
As current as say the finale. No
gosh.
reason.
Currently, because Constantina didn't even talk to her. No one's been like said anything to her except for Vargas and the plant that she talked to.
Would you
in
smooch the
finale.
plant?
I don't even think she's
Seymour,
she's a
the plant Seymour.
Gosh, out of all the options currently, because she does not know. I mean, Constantina was really mean to her. Mercy killed her dad.
Again,
Yes,
like
I'm
I
so tired of
already, I had
Okay, we're
already
talking
killed
about me
your
right
dad,
now.
and you knew
We're talking
that.
about me.
Okay,
We're talking about me right now.
all right.
I feel like out of all those options, she'd probably smooch Vargas, but she would like really hate it.
Then why do it?
Why do it?
Because you asked me. Out of the current options and the current times, I feel like she
Just say you wouldn't.
I would not.
DK,
Okay.
whose side are you on? Jeez,
I'm on
Killed your
Six's
dad
side, and I was
twice.
trying. I'm on Six's
I
side.
think if
Oh, you're trying to find out who to
if we
prove.
can somehow get to like a $1,500 stretch goal. We're at 1,230 right now. We should make Kayla or someone else on the team do a dramatic reading of the fan fiction that Kayla wrote for Tales from the Mist. And I'm just
Yeah.
gonna tell y'all, it is worth it.
It's
Yeah.
It is
It's
worth it.
delicious.
It's
what I should-
surprisingly good.
Well, you know what I should have been doing this afternoon? Work. You know what I did? Wrote a short fan fiction about 30 years in the future with our characters.
I think it's like so sweet that you guys are gonna live 30 years in the future.
We're not, but you know, that's why it's fan fiction.
No, I mean you could live 30 years in the past. Who knows? Who knows where you'll be?
Oh man.
I do.
Complicated. I would like to ask Vasily a question. Vasily, what was your favorite outfit in this season?
I think that the masquerade outfit, because she does not like it was. I don't know. I feel like over the season I've been discovering a lot about Vasily, and when we went to go choose masquerade outfits, I was like looking at dresses, and we were all looking at dresses, and I was like, she would hate all of these. So it was really nice to kind of like get something that's just like more gentlemanly and that suited her a little better, and that just feels more right. That being said, I think the outfit I'm most going to love is the next one. I'm still working on designing her season 3 outfit, like a deserty outfit. But that's already my favorite because I'll have her breastplate and everything in it, which I really like. And I've been working on designing because she got a breastplate towards the end of this season that is like, we decided was like an ancient diver's kind of
Cool.
suit. So it's just like kind of a piece of an ancient diving suit that's like on her chest. So I'm going to have fun with that. And it's going to be cool to have that as a part of it too.
It's very cool.
That's
Cool
extremely cool.
aesthetic. I'm dying over how cute your cat looks right now, Lisa.
Oh,
Oh my god. Yeah.
Oh, she's a cutie. She's
Oh,
just letting me
much
hold her
cute.
like a baby. I'm gonna take a picture of her to share in the Discord later, because she's like the whole thing is very cute.
I love her. She's precious.
I don't
I
know
know
if
that
this
we're-
is very attractive, but whatever.
Oh, Ashley, I can ask your questions. I can ask you your questions, so you're not asking them of
Yay.
yourself.
Sure. I know we're going to draw the raffle winner in about,
Ooh.
I think, in this minute or in a minute or so.
I know that. Yeah, I know that Jack's drawing some raffle winners. We've got a ton of raffles, so
Yeah.
Yeah,
start in
hooray!
early.
Maybe this is a good time to interject with another Extra Life interlude.
Yeah.
If you donate $30 or group your donations with other folks that add up to $30, TK will drop fun spoilers, which we
That's true.
also do not know and would very much like to hear, so please do that. If for some reason you're not interested in spoilers but still want to support Extra Life and get cool D&D stuff, I'd mentioned the t-shirts earlier, and so I'm throwing up on the screen another one of the designs that you can find the link to at the bottom of dnd.wizards.com/extralife. This one has slobber chops on it, but on the back, and it looks like he's like doing little scratchies down your whole back. It's a very fun design by Emmy Tangi. So that's another one of the limited edition designs that you can just get this year. They do it every year, designs that are tied to the hardcover adventure that just released. And they're always super cute, and then you can't get them again. So proceeds, support kids in hospitals, you get a really cool shirt, do it. Or get us spoilers, please.
Yes. Please.
Okay. looks like the first winner has been drawn for a Master Monk rainbow pin, and it looks like it is your friend JoJo. Congratulations, you get one of these cute little pins.
Yeah.
Yay.
Very
Our
lovely.
friend
These are so
JoJo.
super sturdy. You just turn it and the little bloop comes
They're
out.
really
Very
nice
lovely.
pins. You could literally
Congratulations.
kill someone with this.
What?
Okay.
Or you can write love notes to your people that you care about with them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Kayla,
weirdo.
please. Kayla.
Okay, time for questions for Constantina.
Sure.
All right. First question for Constantina. How have your goals changed across the last 2 seasons?
So at the beginning of the show, like Constantina was kind of sent on a mission to recruit new people to the menagerie. So she was very eager to make some new friends and just kind of learn more about like other people. She was also implicated in crimes and kind of on the run, but she was very much focused on that goal of like she was going out with the intent to recruit people to her cause. Now that she knows that there's been this time jump and probably a time jump again, she is still very much focused on the menagerie, but is taking it very seriously. Not that she always has, but it was different when she first embarked on her journey. It wasn't quite as, it was a little bit more grassroots, and now it's very much, it's kind of more militaristic. And she knows that like a lot has happened in the years that she hasn't been involved. And even though she's kind of, I don't know, gone back in time, I think she knows that. I don't know. I don't know if she's very familiar with the time frame that she's in right now, but she realizes that she needs to stay focused and that that is like her priority. So she was getting kind of wrapped up in the friendships and relationships, but she is recentering to make the menagerie like that is what's most important to her above everything else is the cause, more than like what people think of her and things like that.
So do you think that anything's going to distract her still? Like, because I guess the main issue is there were distractions before that kind of took her away from it. So is she going to be adamant about avoiding those now? Is she going to try to distance herself from people, or?
No, I think she realized, because Constantina found herself among these new friends, and she befriended Mercy very quickly, but Mercy was already friends with Vasily, and she kind of realized in the most recent season that even though your two characters are on the outs right now, you two like are the most important to each other. And Constantina cares about both of those characters, but it's not quite, she doesn't feel necessarily that it's reciprocated to that level. So it's not that she cares about everyone in the group, including Vargas, but just knows that she can't really let love be a distraction. That said, like she's never traveled with people before who aren't Vistani, and that is exciting for her because she does want, love and family and things that are kind of hard for Vistani because they have to travel so much. So she's excited by the prospect of having travel companions from outside of her own family and what that could maybe mean for her future and stuff. But yeah, right now she feels a lot happened with the menagerie that she's kind of doubting what her role is in it, but not the cause that it's always represented. So yeah, when she went to Mordenheim's like that, she was like on a mission. She's like, okay, I need to stop thinking about other things right now and just focus on like what I was sent to do. Like, that's like her purpose.
Interesting. She's a business bitch.
Kind of, yeah. She's like, I have to think like, I mean, because it's so militaristic, like it's not that she wants to think like a soldier because it's not really who she is, but she's like, I need to think of someone who's part of something bigger and remember that like I'm just one person among this bigger organization. So it's not that she never is doing this for glory, but she just realized that like, okay, she needs to focus on what the goal of the menagerie is.
I feel like Constantina's the most driven. Like she has the strongest goal out of everyone, really, I guess. But Mercy's like, no, it's just Vargas and Vasily. They're just like, like whatever, we're here.
I think everyone has goals. It's just, and for Constantina, like the goal is always like, she expects to spend her entire life working toward this goal and potentially die in service for it. Like she's like, she's all in. So, but the fact that it was progressing to this point where there was like a militia like to the future, like that was very surprising to her, because I mean, like, it's not that that's not part of what the menagerie is, but just the fact that it's at that point already, in that timeline, like she's just like, oh shit, like stuff's happening and I need to be part of this, or like I need to do my part.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I have another question for Constantina.
Before we do that question, we pulled another raffle winner.
Yay!
At CruiseCan1.
Yay!
If you not already, make your presence in chat known so that Jack may whisper you.
Fun. Congratulations.
Congratulations. All right. Another Constantina question. What does Constantina miss more than anything else?
Her mom and her brother. Because she, especially with, this is how I think of like Constantina's clan specifically, but it kind of applies to Vistani, who'd have to travel a lot just because it's like they have that like curse placed upon them that kind of requires them to be moving from place to place. But she's expected to be very independent, and she is. So the fact that she misses her family as much as she does is something that she doesn't feel comfortable talking about, particularly to other Vistani, because she's afraid that she'll be judged for wanting that like stability. So she misses her family a lot, and in a way wants a future where she wouldn't be required to travel so much. Like she kind of wants to settle down eventually and have that as an option, because right now it's like not an option for her. So part of her like dream in the menagerie is that like she wants those kind of various curses that affect different people in Ravenloft to either keep them where they are, or the fact that like the mists really control people and have effects on people. Like she wants to see all of that stuff like gone, so that she can choose to kind of settle down and have a family and be with her family more often. So yeah, she misses them all the time and feels kind of lonely without them.
That's so wholesome.
She's a little lonely bard, but she projects a good face about it.
I'm trying to think, because I know we have been coming up with like a final question. Does anyone, TK or Lisa, do you have a question for Constantina amongst us?
I do have a
favorite
question.
Outfit.
Oh, I'll definitely answer that. Lindy did ask a question in the chat that said, is Constantina going to pay better attention to family heirlooms from here on out?
Oh.
Say that. Ouch. You got me right in the heart. And yes, Constantina, like that's her like prized item that she has, is her violin. So the fact that it did have magic that she was not aware of was kind of hard for her, but a good thing, because now she knows about it. But it's just like, she's like, wow, I had this thing for so many years and I didn't know. So yeah, thank you, Madam Shri, for that rude awakening. Favorite outfit? Gosh, we had a lot of good outfits in this season. Probably the menagerie outfit, because Constantina's always had kind of like I don't really like to use the word militaristic, but that's kind of how it is, like the classic like military style jacket, like that's always been like her aesthetic. Kind of like Les Miserables revolutionary, Russian revolutionary type style, like that's
Enjolras.
Yeah. So I think it was really fun that she had like an actual uniform like from the menagerie, because that is not something that would have happened 2 years prior when she had been first like out on her mission. And the menagerie has been around for a while when Constantina first was going out to do stuff, but it wasn't organized like that where they would have like spy outfits. So that was pretty cool.
Yay. Gosh. So we also had someone in chat who asked what all of our theme songs would be. I'm going to give us a moment. I would give us a moment all to like think about our current theme songs, and just do a call out in case people are listening and not like in the chat right now. At Kika won one of the giveaways, and Stefan TJ also won for their birthday.
Yay!
I also wonder if, like, just to let people know how good this fan fiction is and why it is worth donating to our Extra Life page to hear more. Maybe we can do a dramatic reading of the first part.
I mean, I can read it if you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pin the first one so you can easily jump to that
section. Thank you, because we've talked a lot.
And just so everyone knows, I ran out of spoilers, so I'm writing new ones. So if they give too much away, that's y'all's fault.
Okay.
All right, dramatic reading.
So to give some setup, we were talking about the fact that who Mercy's current crush would be, considering all the circumstances, and Lisa said it would be Vargas. And I was like,
It's a free spoiler.
Yeah. Enjoy your disaster boyfriend who will spend all your money and lay on the couch and eat grapes, Mercy. And then I dove into a long piece of fan fiction. So cut ahead 30 years, and Vargas has mysteriously died, and Mercy has inherited the money and wears a dope-ass fur coat. And Hadil had added a little note. Officer, I am so worried about my husband. He has been missing for days. And then I jumped into the fan fiction from that point, which was, but after the investigation reaches a full week and Detective Lazarus combs the nearby marshy lake for his body, Vargas mysteriously emerges from a box that they pulled from the very bottom of the lake, adjusting his ascot. Just a simple illusion, gentlemen. Meanwhile, Mercy glares at the camera at that very instant. That was my first paragraph.
Don't you just want to know what happens next?
It's in a box.
Yeah. Very good. While we let everybody like absorb that, like just kind of emotionally adjust to that beautiful literature's existence, does anyone have their character's theme song?
The one that I picked out when we first started out, we each picked a song, still applies, and that is Heaven Knows I'm Miserable Now by the Smiths.
So sad.
Or anything by the Smiths.
You're so angsty.
Yeah.
You're angsty.
Cheer up, emo kid.
No.
Vasily just like eyeliner intensifies.
No. I'm so excited MCR's back.
What about you, Lisa?
I've discovered a new one thanks to my roommate Celeste, who some of you know from Venture Meetings, or like she was one of the twins in season 1. But it's by the band Ghost, and it's called Pro Memoria. And the lyrics, the lyrics that are repeated are, don't you forget about dying, don't you forget about your friend death, don't you forget that you will die. Yeah, it's a good one.
Gosh, that's a good song.
Very, very on brand.
We need a song for Auntie too.
Yeah.
Let me open my Spotify. You guys talk about things. Let me. Okay. Yeah.
Since Hadil wasn't able to join us, everyone in chat gets to pick Vargas's.
Nice.
Vargas's theme song, Wrong Answers Only.
Ooh, Friday Night by NSYNC.
What? How does it go?
I think that's what it's called. It's the one that's like, just got paid. It's Friday night. Party's bumping. Feeling all right.
Why would
booty shaking all
Lauren
around?
says, the chicken is Jack says Gangnam Style.
No, Jack.
Hate it.
You feel the love tonight.
Let's see. Oh, Bottom of the River by Delta Ray. Definitely.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
Bottom of the River.
Do you have one for Constantina?
I have so many for Constantina. It's good that she's a bard because it makes it fun to pick music for that. Because I always think of like, does the musicality also fit with the lyrics and things like that? Kind of the overall song I have for her is Tribal Connection by Gogo Bordello.
God, it's such a good song.
It's such a good song. The lyrics like totally just really work for Constantina and Gogo Bordello as a band because it's like Eastern European, like punk, like it's so very good. It's totally Constantina's like general vibe. But there's another song that I definitely think of as Constantina's song, which is Heroes and Thieves by Vanessa Carlson. And that's it's one of my all-time favorite songs personally, but I feel like for Constantina it's just kind of the lyrics really kind of speak to her outlook on things. But I have a whole playlist on Spotify called Constantina the Revolutionary. So if you want there's lots of Eastern European stuff on there, pretty much the whole soundtrack of Dr. Zhivago, but then like other weird stuff on there too.
That's
I think
cool.
we all have playlists. I know.
Yeah, I can link my Vasily playlist.
What? You have a Vasily specific one? I didn't know we were doing this.
I just linked
did
the
it
Mists one.
Wow.
That's such a good playlist.
We should
The Yawning
do a
Grave
new
is a
blog
really good
post
one,
with
too.
everyone's Spotify lists.
Yes.
Yeah, if you didn't know, we have a blog, talesfromthemist.com /blog, I think.
I think so.
But Steph and TJ just made another really generous donation.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, $120 to
Oh my
support
gosh. Oh my
the
God.
Norton's Children's Hospital. Thank you so much. I think that deserves any extra spoilers that TK wrote. But they also asked, what is your character's anxiety? So we have a new question. And I think we should read more parts of the fan fiction. I don't know what order we should do this.
I know also that people were asking if a guest didn't reveal like their dark shadow / secret mission, if I would reveal those.
Yeah, some of them are really good. So maybe those could be spoilers that you share too. But
I have another question about guest characters if we get to that, by the way.
Okay.
Asked in the chat.
Should we start with the question that was asked with the donation? What's your character's anxiety?
Yeah. We'll do that, and then I'll do 4 spoilers, and then...
Okay. Ooh. Mercy's anxiety is about control. As a sorcerer, her magic is innate, and she went to Magic University to learn how to control it, kind of like an X-Men. She didn't study really hard, and the gauntlet helps her control her magic. And because she struggles with control over it, and it has a bunch of ramifications over what her childhood was like, that is why she's very into things being orderly, because that is something that she can control. Kayla, what about Vasily?
What is she not anxious about? I literally can't think of like one specific thing. I guess she's like anxious about anything happening to Mercy, and she's also anxious about them being friends, and she's anxious about being a failure, and she's like anxious about doing the right thing for people, because every choice she makes that she thinks is the right thing is always the wrong thing. And yeah, I guess mostly just anxious about being a failure, because she knows that she is one, and it's just like a constant anxiety that she has, that she's going to fail at everything that she tries.
What about Constantina?
Ashley, yeah.
Like, this is getting... Is this about us? No, because everything I was thinking of is also about me. I just, as people who also have anxiety, I feel like this becomes very real for us very quickly. So for Constantina, well, I guess it's more of a fear, but definitely being like in enclosed spaces freaks her out a lot and is bad for her anxiety. She's very anxious about the fact that she keeps getting implicated in crimes that she does not have a memory of committing, and is pretty sure that she didn't, but doesn't know for sure. And so that, like, the fact that keeps happening in places that she goes to makes her very stressed out, because she's worried. It's like she's worried that she has lapses in her memory, and so like not being in her right state of mind, that like makes her very nervous, because she tries to do things with, a clear head. And yeah, just kind of the general anxiety of being part of a underground group, and the danger that is in there. Like, she's willing to accept it, but it's still danger. So yeah, and I guess like representing her family in a way that makes them proud, and lots of things like that. Being a good musician. I feel like Constantina is a bard, and music is really important to her. And even though she doesn't really talk a lot about it or really perform on the show, like, that is what she considers herself to be good at. So yeah, she wants to, carry on the traditions of her clan. Yeah. Anxiety.
Are you ready with your spoilers, or should we read the next part of Kayla's fan fiction?
Read the next part, because I'm taking notes for no reason.
Oh no! Whose side are you on? Oh no. Okay.
I didn't tell you anything you didn't already know.
Okay.
All right.
It's true, but you'll tell me later.
I want to read the next part of Kayla's fan fiction.
Read it!
All right. So we last let off with Mercy glaring at the camera. Mercy picks up her telegraph machine and taps a message. Camera pans across the lake, across fields, across the ocean, across desert, eventually shifting underground. Deep, deep, deep underground. A machine picks up the message, and an older Vasily stops her latest tinkering to receive it. She walks across the room while soft violin music plays, knocking on a large door. The door swings open, and Constantina is there, playing her violin. Vasily looks at her knowingly, and Constantina sighs. We have to kill him again? Dun dun dun.
Gotta kill Vargas.
I have a question for Mercy from the chat.
Okay.
While TK is working on things. Which sorcerer subclass have you not played Mercy as?
Oh, let's see. Mercy started as a storm sorceress the very first time I played her, while that was Unearthed Arcana. And then for Adventurers League, I played her as Wild Magic. And I've played a version of her as a Shadow Sorceress, as well. And I'm back to her original roots. So those are the only 3 I have played her as. I would probably play her as anything, except for maybe a Draconic Sorcerer, which just doesn't really have any ties to her story. And she's always been more of like a control. She's usually more of a control spell sort of person, but I find with this particular party makeup, I'm doing a lot of damaging spells.
Yeah, the only damaging spells.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Are you ready with your
right.
spoilers?
Yeah.
Yay.
All right, spoiler number 1. Harakir is the home of a secret society dedicated to destroying undead.
Oh, okay. I'm into that.
Yes. Good. Secret societies, destroying undead. It's very fun.
Yes. It'll be good. This will be a good
I feel like this is secretly bad though.
Oh, Kayla. Would I?
Uh-huh.
This will be the first season where the tieflings will face prejudice based on their origins.
Ooh. Oh.
I would like to remind everybody that the blood war is still a thing.
Yes.
And we have an infernal and an abyssal tiefling in our party.
So romantic. It's like Romeo and Juliet, but in hell in D&D.
Oh, all right. It is.
Oh my goodness. Wait, where's the one? Oh, it's this one. That's the one that's important. So that's 2 of them, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Between the first and second season, you have already met the person responsible for the murders that Constantina has been accused of.
Like in a gap between the 2, or
Between all of
okay.
the episodes in there, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like
okay.
within all of the episodes, including session zeros and everything.
Is it because it's Constantina?
The audience has also seen them. So it's not in the session zero. So I'm just saying all of the episodes included, you have already met that person.
I have a question, which I'm going to regret asking immediately. What's up? Are we ever going to see those ghosts that are haunted, or are they? What's up with them?
Wouldn't it be so romantic if during our like Romeo and Juliet devil demon story, the lover ghosts come after us?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What's up with them? Like,
you know what probably makes it really easy for ghosts who have a vendetta against you to find you? A dope ass phylactery beacon.
Fuck, stop blaming me for everything. Oh my god.
These are choices that you made.
You did make
but
them.
you all make bad choices too, and they don't make you don't suffer for them every moment of your life.
Constantina is a were creature now because she thought that you were a friend.
To be honest, like we're gonna have to put Constantina in a bubble from all of the curses she picks up like every day.
Like it's so ironic because she's like trying to free everybody from curses.
Yeah, she's like, let me help you, but she's just a walking curse.
Seb says, are we ever going to see the white that Vasily yeeted into her house? Which actually, that is my favorite moment.
Yeah, if we ever go to Darkon, we will, back to Darkon and to Vasily's haunted sorority house.
That was a really cool moment because you were just like, what did you just do? Like, because I picked the right one to throw it at and I successfully threw it.
I didn't expect you to throw it at the one that mattered.
Haha, this is my smart brain.
Oh, my bad. And your number 4 one, you will be confronted with the Crown of Souls again, maybe even in season 3.
What?
I want that.
Does that mean Acriel is going to be there? Because she's really cute.
Oh, she was hot.
Acreal will not be there.
Oh,
There's
why
there's
can't
been
we have
time
anything we
stuff that happened
love?
with with Cartacus having fallen, Acreal's busy doing other things.
I want the crown.
Oh man, that's a good.
What?
You cut out there for a second, TK. Right?
I know.
when
I
we were
went to write some. I was like, oh, I just got a good idea for a spoiler I could give away.
I do also
which means
have.
someone else to donate $30.
I have another question for TK. Regarding the guest characters, how much do the players know about what they are going to be playing before they play? I guess that's for all of us, but I feel like you could speak to that. Like, because we don't really know.
Oh, how much do the guest players know about it?
If the I think the person who asked this is in chat, so you're welcome to clarify. But my understanding was like, how much I guess does the cast know about what the guest characters are going to be?
Oh, the anchor players.
don't
The
know
anchor players
anything.
don't know that much. Sometimes I'll let them know if they're meant to talk to a certain guest player. Like Hadil knew that she was supposed to interact with Lindy, but didn't know why. So there'll be little things like that. Also, Hadil knew she was supposed to interact with Thaddeus, but didn't know why. So if there's like a guest character that has like a specific, oh, I need to meet this person type of thing, then they'll do that. So that's pretty much the thing.
And yeah, someone asked if I am still cursed from the ship, and I am not any longer because we killed Mordenheim or something. It was linked to all that, right?
Because the dead passengers found rest. Right. Once Mordenheim, once the wax simulacrum of Mordenheim passed, his spell on them also broke, and they were able to regain sentience, and their souls returned to their bodies, and they were able to rest. So that is the curse is broken.
Whew. One down, 10 to go. Who knows?
Hey, I'm gonna help you.
I know you will.
Do you?
Oh well, Constantina thinks so.
Ossely's gonna try.
Yeah.
Stop it. Stop listening.
Did anyone? Constantina's gonna try what?
I said,
tell me.
That's not what I said.
Tell me what's going on. What's happening? Constantina, did you say Constantina's your favorite? Let me write something down.
Oh God. No.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, no, it's my new curse. It's okay.
Okay. So.
Oh, we did a bunch of Q's and A's.
Yeah.
Should we? I guess if folks have any more to ask, we'll open it up for another couple minutes.
Yeah.
Okay.
That said, I can go down the list of guests that we don't know, like what their secret mission or dark shadow was for this season.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Opal, you learned hers, that she is partially a specter, and one of the few examples of a god actually being able to get their influence into Ravenloft. Weejas was able to get her influence into Ravenloft, and there is a reason for it.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
It will come up in a future thing if we, let's just say, if we make it to Sithicus, it will come up.
Oh, all right.
If Lindy is in the is in the chat, she might know what that means. Oh snap! Mew Mouse. Okay, wang. There you go for good luck. I think you guys learned Anan. He was hired to find Charlotte Stern, who you found on the island. And he had tattoos that changed into aminals. Oh yeah, the audience doesn't know this, but the cast does. Lazarus was part siren, part Aasimar, part siren, and a secret member of the Matchbook Menagerie.
who had been hired by Vincenzia to make sure that the murders were solved so that the wedding could go on. And then Indra, Lull, was a Sahuagin mutation known as a Malenti, which are Sahuagin who are able to take the form of sea elves in order to infiltrate them. She had made a pact with the Krakaleth to obtain the phylactery. And in return, the Krakaleth would spare her clan from its wrath once it had the phylactery.
Right. He wasn't going to do that.
No. But you all got to see Lady Elliot and Shri. Lady Elliot, obviously a form of skin changer, able to take the skin of her victims and wear them as her own. Every 3 days she has to do it. And she was hired by Mordenheim to find his daughter. We don't know why. And Madame Shri was obviously a living doll who had been sent by the Kargot to test Vargas's loyalty.
Did he do well?
He did not.
No, he tried to.
And now they know. So Vargas and Constantina are kind of in the same boat, aren't they?
That we are.
Best friends. Everybody has something in common with Vargas now.
Yay.
Well, that's all I got.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I love when we find out the guests' secret missions.
Yeah,
So satisfying.
It's always fun. I always try to contain them to like the arcs that they're going to be in, so it feels nice and satisfying for them to be there. Because nobody wants to come on as a guest and be like, "Oh, cool! I got to talk for 2 minutes out of a 2-hour show."
Yeah.
At least you can read some more. I like listening to you read.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So last we knew, Constantina sighed and said, "We have to kill him again." Part 3. Mercy realizes deep down inside, if her husband lives, he not only will continue to be lazy and never clean the house, but he will continue to hold all of their secrets over their heads and be able to manipulate them. She had planned his murder for so long and was certain this would work. How could he have possibly survived? Vasily and Constantina had not heard from Mercy in so long until she contacted them to move forward with her plan of murder. Constantina had become an expert in espionage, Vasily supplying the menagerie with all their weaponry and gadgets. They lived together in secret in an undisclosed bunker, so how Mercy had found them was a miracle. But when it came to murdering Vargas Blackstone, you needed a miracle. Dun, dun, dun.
That was the moment that I was like, Kayla secretly loves this. I was like, Kayla thought too much about that sentence. And I love it because that's how much thought I would have put into it if I'd written it. I was like, Kayla loves this. And she's actually written a lot more than this. And she's just going to give it to us a little at a time. So we don't think that.
I was actually literally writing it while eating tacos, and Jack was like, "Stop!" And I'm like, "No, I'm gonna keep writing."
I can't. There you go. That's fan fiction. It gets you. It gets in your veins.
Yeah, there are more parts, but I feel like we should either release them in little like serial segments on our blog or in the Discord. So people should join the Discord, which you can find. A link to on talesfromthemist.com. It links to an invite to join our Discord group where you can get near daily pictures of baby vultures or our familiars, our cats and stuff. Chit chat about spoilers. Or if you just like talking about Ravenloft, people like talking about spooky things. Occasionally there are pictures of birds with horse mouths and other really traumatic things. But Kayla's fan fiction will be posted there, so it's worth it.
Nice. We should put it on the blog.
Show up. Other characters
Oh my gosh.
show up.
Can we please put it on the blog, but like with illustrations that are like I don't know, like fan fiction-y anime style.
Oh, I was gonna draw like
Like
some nice
smooching.
Victorian illustrations, but also we can
Kayla,
only
you
put
have
it in the-
carpal tunnel.
Yeah, well, also we can only put it in the blog if you edit it first, because I was literally like,
I'll edit it.
Okay.
I kind of want to add like a bunch of like the 13-year-old TK loves too much Inuyasha. Like
Me too, though.
LOL.
Yeah, all
Little
the-
smileys.
All the characters start showing
Yeah.
up after that part I just
every
read.
character.
So it's worth it. It's good stuff.
Everyone wants to murder Vargas Blackstone.
Yeah.
All right.
basically.
I know that we had some raffle entries for the Taroka card that Kayla would be designing. And when I say we had some entries, I mean we had 2.
That's fine.
Kayla, this is at your discretion. Do you want to draw an entry or do you want to do 2 Taroka cards?
I don't want to do 2 Taroka cards.
Okay.
Love you guys, love ya, but
They're a
I'll
lot of
probably do
work.
one.
They're a lot of
Yeah,
work.
they're a lot of work.
Okay.
So should we draw one now? Flip a coin?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I can flip a
Let's
coin.
do that. Let's do.
Or roll
okay.
a die and it's like evens and odds?
Okay, so
We're doing it. We're doing the big
I am.
raffle.
Yeah, we'll roll a d6, and
Okay.
I am right now assigning those, and I'm putting them in our backstage chat.
Okay. Can I roll the d6?
Yes, you can roll the d6.
I'm gonna use the Mistwalker's die.
Okay,
Yeah, dicey boy.
Nice. There you go.
it's
Nailed it.
beautiful.
All right. 2.
2. Okay, it's in the Zoom. L Shantz, I believe is in the I believe is in the Twitch chat. So which is good because they had been asking about that. So now they
Get your own
know.
custom Taroka card.
Ah,
Yes.
Yes, you did it!
Yay!
Hooray.
Kayla will be in touch with you soon. There's a lot of stuff going down with work and stuff, but it will happen. So that's very exciting. I definitely wanted to make sure that we got that today.
Yeah.
So I have 3 spoilers left, and then you guys want to call it good?
Let's do a refresh to see if we got any other last minute donations.
I do have a couple questions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do the questions.
One is for TK. Can you tell us who might be in season 3?
I can tell you one person that we have been trying to get for 2 seasons so far, and that is Kat Kruger. I don't know if she'll be in season 3 because it's usually been like scheduling stuff.
Yeah.
But we've been trying to get her for 2 seasons, so
Yeah.
I'm hoping that we can get her in season 3. I hope that our stars align.
Yeah, Kat's awesome. The second question is, I think mostly rhetorical. Will Vargas ever end one of his secret phone calls with an "Okay, boomer"?
Oh my god! Who asked that? Was that Jack?
Space Orochi.
I just
Oh,
want
man.
everybody to know that like it has come to my attention that boomer is a slur and you can't say it with the hard R, so only they can say it with the hard R. And only I can make that joke.
I hate this.
Covering her face. Like, end it now, please.
Whatever, chat thinks it's funny. I don't care.
Jack thinks it's funny. He's trying not to cry right now.
It's really too bad because I've already used that joke this week, but it's still just as funny. So I'm gonna continue to
Yeah,
use
keep using it. It's good. That's a good one.
Oh man.
Was
Did
that
you
it on
have
the
more
questions?
I'm looking actually.
Oh, while you're looking, I can show off my new dice box that I got for Vasily because
Oh my
it's a
gosh,
character
I'm ready.
thing.
Oh yeah.
Let me look.
It's perfect.
Yay!
The Alchemist. This is from RPG Coasters, but isn't that a cool design?
Very cool.
Can I share something? Because TK shared it with us before the live show started. So this is another one of our Master Monk dice boxes that has like this rose inlay. That's really what they're like known for, their inlays. And TK shared that this is what the rose box we were all looking for that Vargas lied and had the whole time.
Yes.
That's what it's based off of. How cool is that?
Master Monk is the best.
That's also why I chose to put a rose on Constantina's violin.
Oh.
Continuing with the motif.
Yeah,
Cool.
rose motif.
Like roses and lavender come up a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if that is it for questions, I mean, goodness, I'll say some showrunnery things, and then maybe we can all do outros and include in our outro what we're looking forward to in season 3.
Excuse me.
But thank you everybody so much for joining us for this Miss Talkers and helping us raise funds to support Norton's Children's Hospital near TK. We appreciate that so much. Just all of the fans in the chat and the Discord and on Twitter and who came and said hi to us at GameholeCon. All of that really means a lot. Played a big role in us being asked back for season 3, which we're very much looking forward to. We haven't figured out details yet, but we'll see you all in the new year with more terrible secrets and heartbreak and just us crumbling apart bit by bit every Friday. Yay! Goodness. So I guess outros. We're going backwards. So I guess Ashley.
Hi, I am unprepared. I don't know why I wasn't expecting that. Like I wasn't going to be called eventually, but hi. So as for what I'm excited about for next season, definitely the setting. I think that this new desert hellscape is going to be a blast to explore. Yeah, I'm excited because I feel like we really are getting into the meat of all of our characters. Not literally. That sounds like something TK would say. But it'll be fun to really explore all of our character dynamics in next season. So yeah, I'm just really excited about it. I'm so glad and thankful that we're coming back for season 3. As for me, you can find me online at Ashley NH Warren on Twitter, ashleywarrenwrites.com. I'm currently running the RPG Writer Workshop. We're doing our 4th adventure workshop. So that's going on until December. We just released Uncaged Volume 3 on Dungeon Masters Guild, and Volume 4 is imminent. So yeah, keep an eye out for all those things on my tweets. It's probably the best place for all that. But yeah, thanks for the chance to continue playing Constantina. It's been such a joy this year.
Kayla.
I'm Kayla, and you can find me online at KAYNCLI/KaylaKlein.com, and I do a lot of art, and I am looking forward to outfit changes, doing the new art for the new season. That's my favorite part. I have a lot of ideas. We've talked about a lot of ideas. And I had a really good idea on the way home yesterday that I told TK about today, and they said, that's interesting. So I think that means it'll happen.
Oh.
So
wait. I felt a lot of different emotions all at once.
Wait, one sec.
Are you looking to
When
see
did
what I
you say
said?
that?
Were you ignoring me or
I remember
pandering to
this.
me?
No. I just wanted to make sure, because you said, I remember you saying good, interesting, and I was like, oh, what was I going to ruin her life with? Let me just copy.
Can I say what the idea is?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So my idea, since Nicodemus is now a giant house moving castle bird thing, I was like, I think we should armor him up and feed him soul coins, and he'll be our infernal war machine.
What?
So I'm looking forward to that.
And I said that was interesting, and you said good, interesting, and
then you just were like smiley face.
Yeah, and I sent you a smiley face.
I was like, we could give him armor and feed him soul coins.
I'm not getting inside Nicodemus.
No, you don't have to get inside. We right on his back,
right on top of him.
Oh,
Like on his back.
Okay.
Like the elephants with the little seedies.
Yeah.
I like how Vasily just forgets that all her children don't like me.
It's true. Though Nicodemus actually does like you a lot.
Yeah,
He does, but he's
yeah.
so passive aggressive to me.
Oh, that's just
Again.
because he's shitty.
Yeah, again.
Okay.
That's his personality.
All right. It seems mostly just at me, but I'll try
Yeah,
not to take it
well, he's just a
personally.
jealous child.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
It's kind of
right.
like if you like date somebody and then like their kids are used to having them all to themselves and they're like, man, get out of my life.
Yeah, that
Now he
doesn't
looks
mean
like
he
this.
likes me a lot. Oh no.
Oh, I don't know why I thought it was going to be more oozy.
It probably will be Uzi. I just drew this in
really?
5 seconds.
All right, TK,
Yeah.
I'm gonna freak you out and make you go next.
It TK. Spooky Stories, internet website, tkjwrites.com, Twitter, TK joins the fray. I pretty much just write and play Jace Bellerin Must Die now. Except for next week where we're going to Eberron because Jace doesn't give a about us. So
Yeah. Jason's like who?
Yeah. This past week, we locked Winnegar in a closet, and I don't know why, but he's gonna be there for 3 weeks while we do this Eberron mini series because Carlos is getting married. So
yay!
I don't know why I said that. Like that was my announcement and not his personal business, but whatever.
It's okay.
Cool.
You tweet about it. It's out there.
It's out there forever. That's the law. That's the rules.
The law.
It's the rules.
I think one of my favorite things is when I get to tweet from the D&D account saying mean things about the Jace Miller and Miss cast.
That's one of the only reasons why I retweet anything related to the show. Because if it's not funny, I'm like, who's gonna read this? But then when you're like mean to us, and Carlos is like, excuse me, Mr. Dragon.
I have been Lisa Penrose. You can find me at MercifulDM or at lisapenrose.com. I'm also the producer and host of Behold Her podcast. When we just did an episode focused all around Women Uncaged, the women behind the Uncaged anthology. We talked to Ashley and a few other contributors to talk about what their experiences were like to the Uncaged project and how it is more than just a collection of D&D encounters. So check out beholdherpodcast.com to find the latest episode. And goodness gracious, we will miss you until season 3. If you want to catch up or relive the series, the podcast version, which you can find wherever podcasts are free or on talesfromthemist.com, is really, really great for doing that. And at some point over the next couple months, we've talked about potential little projects as excuses to get together, potentially some sort of Mist Squawkers, bird-themed one-shot, potentially some sort of Christmas movie viewing party if you guys would be into joining us on Twitch to watch a Christmas movie and just like comment on it the whole time. We would be really into that. Oh snap, Dad, we don't have a specific date for season 3 yet, as we're still working out details with Wizards of the Coast. But if you're in our Discord, if you follow us at Mist Tales D&D on Twitter, if you go to talesforthemist.com, especially checking out our blog, we will update everybody on all of the things I just mentioned, including when you can expect season 3 to start. And I mean, I guess with that, goodbye forever.
Yeah. For the last time until next time. We'll see you in the mists.
Yeah. Sleep well, Mistwalkers.